Hi guys, hi, welcome. Hello, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now in this video, we are recapping a brand new telenovela on BET called Black Diamond. Now let me tell you, it has been a very interesting new telenovela so far. Now we get to meet the Motipes and the Zongus. Now we get to see that Mr. Motipe is into diamond, okay? He's into mining, not diamond, I'm very sorry. He's into mining and he is very much into gold. So it appears that Mr. Zongu, on the other hand, he is into farming. He is a farmer, but under his land, beneath his land, there is gold, way too much gold lingering around. And listen, it appears that Master Motsipe wants the gold and wants the land, and he's definitely willing to go in all ends to achieve this big goal of his, which is acquiring Zongu's land. Now, let me tell you, this is Mr. Motsipe that you're seeing right now on the screen with his wife, okay? He's married fully with his wife. Like I said, he's willing to take all the measures, the extreme measures, the unbelievable measures to make sure that he gets Zungu's land. And guess what he did? He dated Zungu's wife. Zungu's wife was married to Zongu, happily married, seems like. Zongu is a well-off man, but somehow Zongu's wife is not really satisfied with Zongu, so therefore wants to be with Motsipe. On the other hand, Motsipe is selling her lies that he and his wife no longer even sleep in the same bedroom, okay? Now they got desperate. They got very much desperate in trying to make sure that he finds Zongu's land, and they decided that, you know what, since Zongu won't sell, okay, they've been talking about it for months or even, and Zongu has decided that he will not sell his land. So they therefore decided that, you know what, they need to eliminate Zongu, and the tragedy happens. Now this is Zongu's wife. The tragedy happened whilst they're still deciding on eliminating Zongu. It happened that she ended up eliminating her own son, which is Usiyabonga. Of course, this was devastating. Okay, I don't know which mom or which woman will be okay with eliminating their own children. She was hurt. It was a whole chaotic situation. Okay, I was like, oh my gosh, I am so hurt. Okay, now the crazy part, the part that I did not expect at all, is that Zungu actually knows that Motsipe has been busy with his wife. Zungu knows this, okay, and Zungu one day comes out and told his wife that, listen, I know that you have been busy with Motsipe, and I know that you would want to get my inheritance one day should I leave this world. You need to know that you ain't getting anything, and you need to know that I am very much damn tired of you. I need to take back my power. I need you to leave my house. You came with nothing. You will live with nothing. Not Mrs. Zongu, not Mrs. Zongu, who is Umakuma Lulana. She's definitely not ready to let go of the soft lifestyle, and she's have been having talks with her boyfriend to get rid of Uzungu. And I don't know, I think the boyfriend kind of just convinces her that, listen, we need to get rid of Uzungu, and once we do so, our child's will not be for nothing. Our child's death will not be for nothing. So I'm like, wow, this is crazy. This is very crazy. And I guess in the spills of moment, when she was feeling like validated as well, when Zungu was telling her that, listen, you came with nothing and you will live with nothing. In the spills of that second, and she felt so validated, she just took the pillow and suffocated Uzungu just like that, and Uzungu lost his life just like that, okay? She woke up and she pretended to be a grieving wife. She just started screaming as loud as possible. and everybody just walks into the bedroom. They found Zongu lying down unresponsive, and they were just like, "Hi, bo, what happened? What happened between you and Zongu?" And she's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry." Like, no, she's not saying she's sorry. She doesn't know. Okay, she's like, "No, I don't know. He's non-responsive. I woke up and I found him like this." Okay, but then we get to see the clip that no. Zongu did not die in his sleep, because that's what he wants to portray. Okay, this is what she wants to portray, that Zongu died in his sleep. But we get to see that Zongu actually did not die in his sleep. Not only we get to see that, we also get to see that she calls a press conference. I'm like, this woman, there is absolutely something wrong with her. 1 minute she wants us to believe that her husband died in his sleep. The other, she calls the press conference and she say things like, "Oh, my husband did not die of natural causes. I will find my husband's killer. My husband's killer will not rest until this and that. My husband's killer, this and that." And I'm just like, ma'am, do you understand how delusional you sound right now? How delusional you are even. You want us to believe that your husband died in his sleep, and you are out here calling a press conference that are absolutely unnecessary at this point. And I'm like, okay, this is one of the most crazy and trickiest situations I've ever seen on TV. Okay, I've ever seen on TV. And Amantla is not buying it. So guys, Zongu have a daughter. And I feel like it's time to tip into Zongu's daughter. Zongu have a daughter, very, very, very beautiful daughter. And at one point, Zongu was celebrating his daughter's graduation. She have just come back home from university, and they're having a graduation party. Like, everything is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Everything is absolutely lovely. Ozongo trusts his daughter. He's like, "Listen, the daughter goes by the name of Amantla. It's like, "Listen, Amantla, I trust you right now. I trust you with my life. And in this point in my life, there is no one, and absolutely no one, that I trust more than I trust you. And I trust that you will be the voice of this family. I trust that you will be the leader of this family. I trust you that you will guide this family to rightness, okay, and brightness." So Motsipe, on the other hand, he also have a son. Who goes by the name of Zakele, and it appears that Motsipe very much love his son. They are working in a mine business together. It appears that his son is going to be his heir as well. So things are just looking up for those two families. I love that the Zungus are grooming their girl child to be an heir, and Motsipe obviously is grooming his boy child to be an heir, right? But one thing that we do not know and we do not get to see is that Zongu and Motsipe do not get along at all. They are enemies, oil and water. However, their children decided to start dating. Amantla and Zakele are dating secretly. They understand that, oh no, this is a big thing. It cannot come out because their family just do not get along and they do not see eye to eye in most instances. So they are keeping it under wraps, keeping it cool, keeping it hidden and all that. So I'm like, okay, fine, until this big thing happened where there was a dispute of land. Okay, now there was a dispute of land, and Uzungu was just like, "I will not sell, not to you, not now, not ever, forget it." Okay, so since now there is a dispute of land, and Amantla gets to see that no, there is a dispute of land, and also Uzungu strongly expressed that the explosion that happened under the Zungu's ground, definitely Motsipe has something to do with it, okay? And Amantla tried to say, "No, Dad, but we cannot accuse people when we don't have proof." And Mr. Zungu is just like, "No, I don't need proof to accuse Uzungu. I know and I feel it in my blood that Uzungu is definitely capable and is involved in this shenanigans. Uzungu therefore is involved in the shenanigans." I'm like, okay, good tricky, but what can I say? What can I do at this point? Okay. And then we also get to see that now this the fact that their families, Zakele and Amantla, the fact that their families do not get along, it's definitely something that is going to come between their relationship. It's definitely something that is coming between their relationship, because at one point they even broke up. And Usakela did not take the breakup very well. It appears that he went to a club, he got himself a one-night stand, a hookup, and he totally regretted having a hookup. But it appears that the hookup that he had on the other day was actually Amantla's friend. And I'm just like, baby boy, you are in a mess after a mess after a mess, okay? But Uzakele is starting to doubt his own father, Motsipe, because people are just strongly accusing him. And Uzakele was also present when his father was actually negotiating to buy land. So he's kind of like a bit skeptical, It's like, could Motsipe be plausible? Could Motsipe be like involved? He's my father, he's my dad, I love him. But could he be involved in eliminating people? Well, Motsipe have another son, a groovist son, a son who just takes life not seriously, who just grooves and just really does not take life serious at all. So Motsipe have that, and he's one person who, like, maybe in a way kind of defended his father and be like, no, Motsipe can be many things, definitely, but he is definitely not a murderer. He does not have it in himself to eliminate anyone. So I guess Uzakele feels like a bit validated in a way, like, okay, yeah, this is my dad. Really, he couldn't have, and there is no way that he could really put it off into eliminating someone. So yes, Uzakele and Amantla's relationship is just in the blink of an eye at this point. Like, the relationship is holding on by the thread, okay? So it appears that yes, Uzungu was eliminated. Amantla's mom, we get to see that Amantla have a different mom actually. So Amantla and her mom, their relationship is a bit strained, and I don't know why Amantla doesn't want to work on the relationship with her mom, but it appears that she's still holding on to anger. Perhaps the fact that her mom wasn't around or wasn't there for her when she was growing up, probably when she was a teenager. When you're a girl, you need your mom a lot in other instances, especially when you're going through being a teenager, when you're just going through so many things. You just need your mom to hold your hand, be there for you. And I think this is what Amantla is feeling. She's feeling like, no, but you were not there for me. No, but you were not there to hold my hand. No, but you're not a good mom. No, but this, no, but that, So she is feeling like a bit left out, and she's having anger. One could just definitely say Amantla is just not taking it well. Even though the mom is trying, even before Zongu passes on. Zongu did say that, listen, Amantla, you need to forgive your mom. You need to understand that if I leave this world, if it happens that I leave this world, the only thing that you have is your mom. You got your mom and your mom got you. You got each other, no one else. But Amantla is not ready to forgive and forget, okay? And it appears that Zongu's wife, who is Oma Kumalo, quickly decided that, you know what, something needs to be done. Something needs to be done, and something needs to be done like now, today, not even tomorrow. She therefore decides, what needs to be done is the fact that Amantla needs to be framed of murderer, of murdering her own father, which, guys, like, this is unheard of. Like, I don't know, even if you want to frame someone, why would you frame them of murdering their own father? So yeah, Amantla got framed, and Amantla she strongly suspects Umtsipe, she strongly suspects Umtsipe, even when Uzakele is ready to help, saying, listen, I'll help, I'll bail you out, I'll do this, I'll do that. She says, like, this is your father's doings, simply because he wants my father's land, and you better tell him that he will not get the land, But Uzakele still goes ahead and bails Amantla out, and like, listen, I'll bail you out. Okay, I will do right about anything, and I'll make sure that I bail you out. And that what happens, he like bails her out, and after he have bailed her out, Amandla arrived home and find out they were actually reading her father's will. And this is when Makumalo find out all that killing and all that was for nothing, because she's not even on the will. And obviously she was devastated, she was hurt, she was devastated, she was this and she was that. And everything was left with Wamantla, everything was left with Wamantla. And as soon as Motsipe finds out, was so angry to his son, he even went and confronted his son, be like, are you sure that you're my son? How could you betray me? I'm your father. Like, you betrayed me. Like, I'm so angry at you right now because I felt betrayed by you, yet I am your father. So it appears that when everything else ends, it ends with Motsipe hiring a hitman to get rid of Amandla. Sana Amandla manje, next target. It seems like it's going to dodge, duck, dive, dig, like, Sana, Amandla's life right now is just going through it, and I fell for Amandla because I'm just like, oh my gosh, Amandla, you are actually the next target, you are the next thing that is wanted in the Motsipis, and that's you. And that makes me feel scared for you. It makes me feel like a lot more scared for you, Amandla, my babe, that you are the next target. You are the next target. You are targeted within the Motsipis, and it's not right. Like, it's not right. And I'm scared for Amandla. Like, I must be honest. I'm very much scared for Amandla. Oh, I can't, guys. Like, I can't.